Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here, Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, our headquarters for wisdom in golf. I'm your chairman. It's funny how we get to this stage. I got over 300 and I don't know how many videos out there, over 330 videos. And when my students come in, the first question I ask them, I said, what would you like to, make better in your game when I see a new student? And invariably, 90% of the time, they say, well, I'm looking for more consistency. Well, here's the mother of all videos for consistency for you, okay? This is perk your ears up. So consistency does not mean repetition or repetitiveness, okay? So you're thinking, what? Consistent is not repetition. How does that work? Well, they've done studies on how the human body and brain performs motor skills, okay? These are scientific bodies that have some amazing data because they put the brain under a PET scan and they're looking at what parts of the brain light up when a particular golf pro and a particular amateur were performing a 10-foot putt over and over again. They put chalk line on the feet, they put a chalk line where the ball was, and they go ahead and make the same stroke over and over and over again. So they were repeating a 10-foot putt. But guess what? Not one brain scan was exactly alike. So the brain scans were not repeating. And the way the ball was going in the hole was not repeating. Some were going a little faster, a little slower, some in left edge, right edge, hit the back, whatever. Now the amateur and the pro had the same look to their brain scans, except the pro was just a little bit more filtered. So what does that say? Well, it was a little more funneled, I should say, okay? So what does that mean? It means that the brain is designed to adapt to all situations. If I were to practice walking on a flat surface, and then I groove that and I lock that in so it becomes repetitious. Well, when I hit a sidewalk, and outside it's February right now, a lot of frost heaves on that sidewalk. If I hit a sidewalk with a frost heave, I will not be able to negotiate that. I'm going to need a new row of teeth because I keep falling on my face. So what's important is the process. You want a consistent process. So let's look at what's going to make you consistent in your ability to deliver shots on the golf course. So I'm going to use the help of tennis and baseball. If I'm playing tennis, the number one thing, if I give, for all you tennis players out there, if I give you a scenario, second serve, left side of the service box, and you're looking at what? Well, you got a specific flight in mind, you have a specific spin, and your toss of that tennis ball relates to that picture. And the way you're brushing across the ball relates to that picture. So everything you do in your action responds to your intent. And it's the same thing in baseball. So I'm waiting for a baseball. Remember Babe Ruth? Why was he pointing? He says, that's where I want to put the ball. Give me the pitch that matches that picture. So now the pitcher is going, don't give him that pitch, don't give him that pitch. If he's inexperienced, he's going to deliver that pitch on a silver platter because he's saying, don't see that. Don't go in the water. Don't go out of bounds. Don't top the ball. So your brain goes along with the pictures it sees when it comes to this stuff, okay? So I'm going that way. I wait for the pitch that matches that. When the pitch comes, it's over. So the pitcher, an experienced one, is going to put me low and outside and have me chase a few, and he's going to make me forget about where I want to put that ball. So here we don't have that problem, do we? So you get to choose every time you hit a shot. So every time you hit a golf shot, it's like a box of chocolates. You choose a particular piece, right? And then you get to savor it and you get to see what's inside. So here's how this works. I want to hit a fade. I'm going to line up the left edge. I'm going to start it on the pin over there and let fade it back to the left edge of the right bunker. I play the ball a little forward in my stance. I close the face a little bit less. So if you want to know how I fade and draw the ball, go to my draw and fade, Shawn Clement. I got 3 parts to that. And I also have a blind draw and fade, Shawn Clement, when it comes to blind shots and you're using an intermediate point to perform the task. So I got my intermediate point. I'm going to stay left edge of that intermediate point, fading it back behind. So starting at left, faded back behind the intermediate point. And that's the height. The height is over the flag there. So it's a relatively high fade. So now I look out there, bring my gaze back into my setup, and I feel that the setup matches the picture. So now what's left? I need a feel to deliver into that picture. So if you look at fencing sword for power, we take a club and we slash a sword through a bamboo shoot. There's a nice slashing action that comes out of that. Or throwing the club, Shawn Clement. You take a club and you throw it out to the target. There's a very specific feel to that. When you throw a club and you don't let it go, I'm throwing the club towards you and I'm not letting it go. If I let it go, the club comes out of my hands, goes towards you, my arms stop here. If I throw it and don't let go, the club continues, releases my hands, and I'll have a very specific sensation. So I'm looking for the feel that matches this picture. So, club in center, ball forward of that, a little bit more, low points here. So when I throw the club, and I'm already feeling, I'm throwing the club left of that toward that flag, it feels like the low point's going to be there. Not. Is. Not. Is. So now I've predicted my contact. So if I throw my energy out there, I throw my sword through that dandelion stem, it feels like I'm going to hit it solid. So now I've got a solid feel. When I throw it out there, I want to feel a low effort and a nice velocity. I know what that feels like. Okay, so let's throw one out there. And let's confirm that we've released it all the way out there. So I'm going out there. I'm going out there. Yes. The first thing I realized is I threw the club there. I felt the club tug on my shoulder sockets here. And then I wake up. I'm going, yes, it did go to the flag. Yes, it did feel like it was going to fade. Yes, that was solid. And hey, that was low in strain. That was a nice velocity. So everything matches up. I have an acronym I call RIBS for the observation after the fact. So first things first. Did I release there or not? That's where you want to be consistent in your planning of the shot. Jack Nicklaus talked about hitting into a moving picture. Well, that's exactly what I just did. Bubba Watson says, I don't want to know what's going on with my golf swing. Don't tell me where my club position is. Don't tell me what plane I'm swinging on. I'm just going that way. Be quiet. See this shot? I'm going to start it there. I'm going to end it there. Watch this. So he is here. Okay? Ben Hogan was there. You want Hogan's secret? Simple. It's not all these positions. Ben Hogan, after he had that big accident, shattered his pelvis, broke his femurs in a couple of spots. The doctor said he would never play golf again. He says, I can walk. Okay, I'm going that way. Well, what do I need to feel to go that way? So he found a way to go that way with the new body that he was given. And he kept on going really well, didn't he? So there's nothing defective about you. What you produce out there comes from here. So be consistent with your setup to your picture. So I pick a picture. I'm going to go draw. Low draw. I'm aiming on my intermediate point. Going to start the ball a little right of the intermediate point. Bring it back. Got my picture. Ball a little more back in my stance. Close the face. Get behind the ball. Yes, that matches the picture. So I'm going just left of that, just left edge of the keep out sign and draw it back to the left edge of the bunker. Got it. What's it going to feel like when I throw it low out there? Oh, yeah, I know what that feels like. When I do, yes, low point is there. It feels like my contact is in order. When I throw it out there, I want low effort, nice velocity. Ah, yeah, here we go. Oh, just beautiful. Bliss on a stick. Released it. Yes, that's the first thing. Then I felt perfect contact. That was just plaster. Yes, I felt the release there and I had a nice contact. Low strain, nice velocity, nice rhythm, great balance. So RIBS is rhythm, impact, balance, strain level. Really important, the strain. Keep monitoring your strain. That's a very, very big point for me because when I hit 4 or 5 in a row that I flush like that, trust me, I'm going to want to hit it harder. I have to keep that in check constantly. And I know many of you need to do that as well, okay? So, I have my picture, check. I have a setup that matches the picture, check. I have a feel that I'm delivering into the picture, ping pong, top spin backhand, cut spin backhand. You felt the difference without even doing it, right? So I got my feel to deliver. Then I stay with that feel into that delivery. Yes, I just felt that feel go into that picture. Check. Now I'm consistent because now I get to observe. And that observation, that golden fleece is in that observation. I'm going, yeah, that's what I wanted, or no, that wasn't quite the right feel. So if you deliver 5 times in a row and you felt that it released there, and 5 times in a row is a little thin, well, now you know it's a little posture issue. You're a little too tall, it could be a little further down here, so the sole of the club drags through the dirt more. If you deliver 5 out there in the direction you want to start, and the ball goes a little too high and a little too right all 5 times. You said, yeah, I released there, but the ball keeps doing that. Well, that just means that your club face wasn't closed enough to begin with. That's it. So you close the face more, and then you deliver another one, and I guarantee you that flight's going to be different. Okay? That's how we get to see in real life what actually happens when in a golf swing. That's how you get to correct things properly. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. And we'll see you in that next video.